In the old days, I think I might have mentioned this. In the old days, you had to have your own air traffic controllers. Like I say, it's kind of like how the governments became. Well, it's just my old groups really, because like I say, I was inventor of flight, and so like if you have aircraft are flying around, you need to be able to keep track of them. So, like I say, radar dishes and radar systems are very expensive and take a really big facility. And it's kind of like how, well, Howard Hughes really wasn't Howard Hughes. Howard Hughes was just LS. I mean, he was just using my LS company basically, which is basically where my money. Like I said, I was paying the employees directly myself. That's why my dollar bills, that's why I chose the dollar bill, y'all, the American dollar. I had my own money for my own companies and for my like Auschwitz and all that other stuff. I had my different kind of money types. Anyway, though, but every air traffic controller, every air company, or if you have aircraft, you had to have air traffic control, or at least tracking of air traffic control. It's kind of like how Wells Fargo and all my like Wells Fargo kept track of every buggy, every horse, kind of. Or else they just poof gone. Where'd they go? Anyway, that was a big issue for me. That there was a lot of times when in the past, in the way past, where I was like, where did they go? What do you mean they're not there? Oh, shoot, we gotta send out someone. All right, pay someone to go find them, and they would find the buggy, the carriage like lost, and sometimes they'd be dead or whatever. The past was not exactly a good one. There's a lot of things in the past that most people don't know about or don't remember. Was basically trucks just being all the stuff's gone and the guy's dead or something like that or something horrible like that. Anyway, though, but in the old days, there used to be like four or five, depending. Well, I mean, every time I bought a country, I would always give it an air traffic control, air tracking, other and stuff like that. That's kind of like how like I own the world. Well, I mean, kind of like how I slowly built up to LS owning the world. Because I had all these people and all these groups, and I snuggled. Like I say, I like to be all friendly and say I snuggled with a lot of people. You know, it's it's like it's okay. Come on, let's go. You can be fed. You can have food, warm blankets, shelter, and all that other stuff. And it's kind of like how people used to crowd around my trains in the cold winter nights, and they'd keep the steam engines going. Like sometimes on some of these engines, like it'd be so cold out there, and like there's no shelter or anything. So they'd kind of put sometimes they would literally drive the steam engines into the barn and just stick out just the smokestack, and they'd be sitting in there going. They'd yeah, we used to have these barns set up for working on the steam engines for the snow and stuff. So they would drive the steam engines into these things, and they would close it, and then shovel the coal in, and then everybody would be gathering around, and they would kind of put blankets over the steam engine to kind of like, and they would put the blankets up on the steam engine and get the warmth from the steam engine, and then put the blankets on. Anyway, and it was really cold. And anyway, though, I don't know why I went off on the tangent, but anyway, though, the point was that what was that all these different countries, everywhere I was, I put up, a radar dish. And at first you just have all these little radar dishes. In fact, airports or my main operations just had a lot of radar dishes. So you'd have an airport and a radar dish. And eventually I kind of connected them all. I started connecting them. Anyway, though, but it's a long story, but basically, I had like 3 or 4 air traffic controller things that went in conjunction with my aircraft. It's where I'm building. I'm offering passenger services, and I'm doing this and I'm doing that, and also I take part in some of the hugest evacuations ever. Like I say, evacuation of Spain. We evacuated Spain. Evacuation of Europe or Germany. We evacuated Europe, where just airplanes were like, get in. Okay. And we're just like, like one time there's this battle group coming. They were coming along, and they're coming into the country, and my aircraft are like, and the tanks are like right there coming up, and the men are like right there, like literally, like there's fighting starting, and my aircraft are putting on civilians to try and get them out of the area, and then and then getting out of there. Like there's some really good video. There's some really good stuff where like my pilots are like, yeah, are just like totally going for it, and like landing, and like there's fighting, there's explosions, there's like death as these people are attacking and coming in to take over this base, and my pilots fly right up until the very end, and I think even some of them get taken out by the tanks or whatever, where like we're evacuating people into the very bitter end and trying to save them.